Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today we are going to be adding a bunch of roads here to the Lego City. As you can see, there aren't any roads here. There are a couple of roads here as well as this here, but all of this needs to get modified. All of this needs to change. This whole area needs to get removed, and we need to start working on getting everything locked together because at the moment, not everything is spaced out properly and there's a bunch of open table space. And so I want to try and fix as much of that as we can today. All right, so I'm actually going to start with this front corner right here. I think that's probably the easiest thing to start with because I can just rip out all of this stuff here and then we can add a half base plate here to get the train tracks in, and then we can add a base plate here to get the roads in, and then we can just continue our way down. So I think that is probably the first thing that we're going to do, and then we are going to move elsewhere in the city and hopefully get some more stuff done. I would like to also do some train track today as well, but that I'll see if we have time for that today. The main priority is the road. So without me talking too much, let's just jump right into a time lapse, and I will take all of this apart, and then we can build it back up. All right, so pretty much I'm just going through and I'm ripping up this 8x32 section first, and then I'm going through each of these two green base plates here. I'm cleaning them all off and I'm putting everything away here just so then we have a clean slate for the botanical garden that's going to go here, and then the 8x32 sections on either side are just to give it a little bit of breathing room because I feel like it would probably need it once I buy it and then build it and place it here in the city. And so this is what the area looks like now, like you just saw in the time lapse. We just got rid of all of this stuff here. And what I want to do next is I want to take this green base plate and put it here for the train track. And then we can go ahead and start doing all the roads throughout here. I guess it's not really necessary that this is green because like with the gray base plates here, I'm going to probably end up putting green plate on it. So that is, and then also this is going to be a train crossing here. So I guess that's not really super important, but that is probably something that I should look into because I only have this one extra half base plate. The other one I'm saving for that spot there between the bookshop and the sanctum. So that is that. I do have a bunch of roads already done and on base plates, and in fact one of them even has a train crossing attached to it, so I might just put that here. And I think that's a 16x48, so then it would come here all the way up to right about here, I think. And then so it would pretty much just be that rectangle right there. And then I would need a 16x16 here, and then I could just keep going that way. That might be the easiest thing. This also, I forgot to talk about this, but this is going to go. This little pull-in is not going to stay here. I'm thinking it might actually end up going down there because I did get a suggestion from one of the channel members that I should bring the train station forward a little bit more and then have it kind of here-ish. And then I have more of the platform towards the back. I'm actually leaning towards doing that. So huge thank you to the channel members for that. And if you guys are interested in becoming a channel member, the link is down in the description, or you can click the join button next to the channel name. In becoming a channel member, you get early access to videos just like this. You get exclusive behind the scenes videos along with members only polls, members only updates, and so much more. And so if you guys would check that out, that would be greatly appreciated. But with that being said, I think the train station is going to be its own video and modifying all of that stuff. For now, I'm just going to do the infrastructure and stuff like that here. So without me talking too much, let's crack on and start doing that. All right, so I've been pretty busy over here. As you can see, I added this road in here, and I still have to continue down that way. But I added this train crossing in. This was all pre-built from the old layout, so I just slapped that in here, and it seems like it's pretty good to go. And then this is actually a 16x16 base plate here. You can see the seam there. And so I don't know. I haven't actually like mapped out all of the base plates on the graph paper like I usually do. But so I don't know how like the math is going to work out down at the end yet. But worst case, I could just swap this out for a 16x32 here. And then since this is a 16x48, I can have that start here and then have it go down and then go from there. But that's not the end of the world. This is now connected. Obviously, this is not going to stay like this. I need to actually bite the bullet and buy the Tricks Bricks track as well. So then I can have this go straight through and then also have this curve here. The reason I'm not using official Lego track or official Lego Switch tracks is because the switch track will kind of come out and then like want to go parallel to the other line here. And so I want this to just curve straight out here. I don't want to have to use more space than I have to for this train track. So that's what is going on here. And then also same deal with this. And pretty much that's where I'm at right now. So let me get some more work done and I'll show you guys the progress that I make. All right, so I went ahead. I don't know if I showed this in the last clip, but I added the 16 by 48 base plates along the side here. So then once I'm ready to put the track in, that is all good to go. I didn't work on the roads yet, but I did go in and fill in the rest of the 4x4 plate for this. And I also put these base plates on foundations. Once the botanical garden gets in here, I think I'm going to mills plate the entire build itself instead of doing the foundations here. But these are just a nice placeholder for the time being, just so everything looks a little bit nicer than having the open table or having the base plates at a lowered height. So I think that looks good. And with that done, I think I'm ready to start doing more of the roads around here. I am still not sure about the road here, if I want to have a train crossing here and then have the road come through. That is something to note as well. I still haven't figured that out yet. What I could do is I could change this entire middle section here and put the museum here and then like have it face that way. And then I have a base plate and a half, so then it would be right up against the back. And then I have 16 studs at the front. And then this road would just continue all the way through. And then I could figure out something else there. And then I could put another base plate building in there. So then it would be a corner, straight, straight, straight. And then the corner would be out here. I think that could work. But then again, I have to figure all of this out. I still haven't fully finalized everything, but I like this corner. I'm happy with it, so that's why I've started working on it. And then once I get a final design of the entire layout, then I'll do a video regarding how I make everything digital in Studio and how I do the micro scale and work on it that way. But at the moment, it's just been me and that pen and paper going back and forth a number of times. But with this front corner, I'm happy with it. I want the botanical garden here and I want the town hall there. Still not sure if I want this green here or if I want to just bring the town hall up and then have it here. So let's say I have the town hall there. Then I could have another base plate building there. And then instead of just being this and then another base plate, so there would actually be quite a number of buildings here. So there's a train track, building here, which would probably be the Parisian restaurant, I think, and then a building here, building here, building here, and then another building here, and then the town hall, and then it would be kind of like that. I think that could work as well. I don't think it needs an insane amount of space in front of it. So I'm actually leaning towards doing that. That is kind of where I'm at with it at the moment. So let me know what you guys think of that as well. That is something I'm pretty set on that. But again, let me know about the museum if you think it would look good here. I might try it before the end of the video just to kind of show you guys what exactly that's going to look like. But for now, I'm going to leave it and we are going to start working on some roads down this way to hopefully connect the train station to these other buildings here. All right, so I've been pretty busy here. As you can see, I took this road and I brought it all the way down and I pretty much finished it here. I didn't add the sidewalk extension all the way down because I don't really have the pieces for it yet. I haven't taken all the other road sections apart, but I did this all the way through and then I would just need to add the train crossing here, but I'll do that once I add the track. That's not really a problem. I could just take this section here and then just place it right over there. So that is not a big deal. And then what I can do next is pretty much just work on more of these buildings here. As you can see, I moved the town hall up and then I moved all of these buildings back. So now I have these base plates here in the middle. So then it's at the back of the table is the train track and then the Parisian restaurant, the jazz club, my custom pizza shop and townhouse. And then I have two full base plates here and then the town hall is centered here. And I do want to add those wings in. I think that might look pretty good. And then so that is what this area is looking like. And I also went ahead and I moved the train station. It's a very rough move, very sloppy. I didn't make it look pretty or anything. I just moved the base plate that was here. I moved it down there and I slid these two down as well. But I think that looks pretty good there. I think that looks a little bit better, closer to the front of the table, so you can actually see the details on it. I think that looks pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with that. And then, so like I said, that whole section is now pretty much good to go. And I left this as it was. And then as for the museum, like I had said earlier, I'm going to try it here. Let me know what you guys think about it here. I'm not totally sure how I think about it because I didn't want to be looking at the back of the museum here, but if that's something that I have to do, then so be it. It's not the end of the world. And if I do decide to run with this, I'll probably end up shifting these buildings down as well, just so then the edge of the police station is in line with the edge of the museum. Botanical Garden, I still want to go here. I think that would look good. And you'll notice with these front buildings here, I brought them up 10 inches or 32 studs, and now I have a base plate in between all of them here. I think that looks a little bit better because I wasn't totally happy with the pet shop next to the detective's office, and so now I have a base plate open in the middle that I can add a new building, whether that's the 2026 modular or a custom one or something like that. So that is good to see. I'm happy with that. I think that looks a little bit better. And then this road would, so we have this kind of taking a step back here. This road goes through all the way from the front to the back of the table. And then the road here will probably, I think there will be a train crossing there, and then it'll come all the way down to here, and it'll meet this road here. And then this one will go all the way through to where that road is there and the tuner quarter. And I think that's pretty good. I think I like that. And then the other section here is pretty much undecided at the moment. I could also put the town hall here as well. I could shift the museum down, and then I have the botanical garden, town hall in the middle, and then the museum on the other side there. I don't know how I feel about that, but that is something to note as well. So let me know what you guys think about all of these changes here. Still not totally sure what to do about the museum, so let me know about that. I'm pretty happy with the rest of this here. I want to keep that as it is, and I want to keep working on it. And so next thing I want to do is I want to actually tackle this whole section here because I have the train shed ready to go. And I also have just a lot of drive and inspiration with this at the moment. So I want to work on the train station while it's still fresh in my head. So with that being said, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe, as well as click the bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads. If you guys have any feedback for me on the placement of the museum, and if you want to see it like this, or if you want to see it like how it was earlier in the video where the front entrance is right about here and it's perpendicular to everything else, make sure to drop a comment down below to let me know what you think. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.